All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Early stream today. I missed the one yesterday, and I got to take the kids again today. And I want to look at Amazon. I want to look at Google, as it appears that we are extending. Oh, Google's already pretty well extended. Amazon not, though. Into what could be a pretty large uh, next run. Just getting everything going here on my screen. Okay. Specifically, really looking at Amazon at this moment in time. Hmm. Ooh, Under Armour diving. Yeah, not very bueno. Meanwhile, Nike's surging. Crazy. And all the sports stars just love Nike. So the Nasdaq's starting up about a 0.5%. Like I said, I've been looking yesterday at a pretty big Amazon trade. It would be big, number one, because I'm expecting a move to 3,000 actually. That I believe is the real target. I got a couple of measured moves here. This one takes us to 26. Um, what the hell? Where'd my trend line go? Okay, somehow that move was wrong. This one takes us to 28. I believe that is a 20% move. Yes, it is, to 24. The market's not open yet, so we don't have any really good options quotes, but we can dream. Okay, so getting to this line. Hold on, it's my alarm. That takes us to 2,400. And likely infinity. Okay, that's weird. Oh, it gives me current strike price quotes. And there's not too many of those. Okay, so that one not so hot. It's not bad though. Amazon gapping up though about it was like that's a lot. 33 to not too bad. About $15. Square gapping up to 80.84. Don't think we're quite past resistance yet. No, $82. So ways to go there. Beyond Meat, which is trying to break out of its consolidation. Yesterday taking another step up. Fairly nice overnight pattern here. We'll see what that leads to. Roku started to get froggy yesterday. Oh yeah, nice overnight. Excuse me. Up to 135.90. Excuse me, couldn't get that other one. Right about there, so gapping up over stuff. Earnings also coming up really soon here, so be cautious with this one. But it's come down quite significantly and kind of petered out. Hopefully we'll get over, I don't know, 140 would be psychological, so hopefully we can get over 140 on Roku. I've got EVR. This one doing okay. Break a long-term turnaround here. Don't get any action overnight. Got 8104 and 87, as is after hours trading. James, say hi. I don't think anyone's here right now, so say hi.
Hi.
Do you want to make some trades with me today?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to? Tell me which one you want to buy. Do you want to buy this one?
Mm-mm.
Now these three, see that this square and this square and this square, they're the same thing but with different views of it. Okay.
Oh, I want to do that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. What about this one? Which one do you think is going to go up the most?
That one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. What about this one? Yeah, that's good. Which one do you think is going to go up the most?
Still that one.
Still this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that one has the most lines.
Ooh. Lines are good. What do you like this one up here? No,
That one doesn't have that much lines.
yeah, not that many lines. I'm worried about these green and these red lines here. I want to see these lines going up. These red lines, Daddy draws on there. So I want these lines to go up. These red. See the red line there, and the green line here. I want those green lines to go up. Kind of like that. Okay.
Wait, I want to buy that one since it has like the little curve.
You like the curve?
Yeah.
You like that one? Okay, cool. Very nice, James. Yes.
How do you like my alien world?
Pretty cool. You gonna keep going with it?
I saw your alien world.
Do you like it?
I'm drawing it.
It's pretty neat. All right, James, start getting dressed, Bugs. We're gonna have to leave here pretty soon, okay? No, James, please go get dressed. Don't stop. Don't lay down. No. Don't be that tired. Well, that's why we gotta go to bed early. Remember? I tell you this every day. All right, so I've got kind of a theory that Amazon here is going to go up towards 2,800, 3,000. This is a much larger base. If you zoom out on the weekly on Amazon, we got a nice larger triangle-ish setup, at least the top trend line with a higher low. And I actually don't think there's another pattern similar to this in Amazon's history. So the only parallel, there's a few parallels, none are extraordinary. This one's not too bad. In which case this one rocks higher from, 350, 400 up to 700. That's a pretty good move. Here's another one. This one chops around a little bit, but I think we're already extending upwards here. We already had earnings, which I'm pretty sure that would have been earnings. And so we're already up there. So this one goes on to form another base shortly thereafter. And this is obviously much deeper into... James, please go get dressed. Otherwise you're going to have to go in your jammies. It's just... Sorry, buddy, I don't control the clock.
Why does it have to be super light?
What?
Or does it have to be super light?
If you're super late, you're going to get in trouble.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Bring it in here.
But some people are super late.
Morning, Rob. I'm looking at previous Amazon bases and breakouts and kind of seeing where we could go. So this one rallied about 136% in took a while, 178 days. This was a huge rally, but I did have several bases. Here's a cup and handle. This is nothing, actually. But this one took a while to get going. So depending on where you consider this broken out to, likely right there, to where you consider it topping out, took a while. It was going to be hard to figure that one out. This cup and handle is pretty normal. Shakeout here is not great. But that one got up about 74% and took 2 years. Then we have this last very large run. I did see Roku. I actually entered Roku yesterday. Yeah, I actually entered Roku. Amazon here. Amazon most of the time likes to kind of fuddle around for a little bit, so I'm kind of half tempted to wait on an Amazon trade and let some time. Because see, this popped up pretty big and then goes sideways and down for a little bit. If you can wait and buy, Amazon usually doesn't go straight up. Recently, though, you can see here it rallied, never pulled back, had a sideways consolidation, then a breakout. So I'm almost half tempted just to wait on Amazon because it's a little bit extended at this stage of the game. It's barely out of the prior high, but out of our trend line and these lows, it's a little extended. What? Oh, with me? Oh, my wife got sick over the weekend and I had to take the kids. Same thing today. I got to bail out of here probably in about 10 minutes, but I missed the show yesterday. I posted it in the Slack room for those of you that are interested. Again, just look in the Slack. I'll post in the Slack if I'm unable to make it. It's unfortunately the only option I have with YouTube. I guess I could post in the Real Crypto channel. The Real Stocks won't be going out. If I know Eli probably subscribes to that one. I'm not sure if Rob does. Amazon looking great. Roku looking great. Actually breaking up this morning. 136.48. Yeah, extending out further. So that's pretty good for Roku. Yeah, I can do it in Twitter, Eli. Sure. Actually, I wonder if my real stock stream goes out on Twitter. I don't think it does. Yeah, I don't think it does. I'll have to do that. All right, yeah, Roku good ups this morning. Market yesterday, big outside day. Unfortunately, volume was timid, which I'm not super fan of that, but it is what it is. Up a 0.5% this morning. I'll take what I can get. The market as of late has been rallying on lower volume. I don't think there's anything unusual. The institutions pretty much make the bottoms with these, with these volume candles like this. So on the way up, they've already exhausted probably more of their capital. But yeah, Amazon off to the races, Eli. Got to feel good about that. I think this thing's going to 2,800, 3K. I think it's going up here. This is a beautiful multi-year base and just gone. Just gone. Same with Google and Facebook. They appear to be. Google's already pretty well extended from its base down there at 1,300. We're at 1,500. And then Facebook, similarly trying to break out of its base. It's a smaller base. 37? Greedy bastard. You may have to wait a couple of cycles for that. that's a that's a big target. That's a grown man's target right there. Yeah, that's a double from here out of a trillion market cap company. Could happen if the Fed keeps the money pumping. Could do it. Just saying. Yeah, what's this market cap? 1.047 billion. So yeah, you're looking at a 2 billion market cap. Now, I think Apple's like halfway there already. They're probably 1.49 billion dollars. That's almost 1.5 trillion dollars. That's insane. That's crazy. And they're sideways through the coronavirus. Yeah, well, you still got all your old options, right? You haven't sold those. Our market's going to open here. Oh, in a couple seconds. We'll see how this goes. And I got to check on the kiddo, make sure he's doing kiddo stuff. And I'm going to bail here really soon. All right, not big moves either way, really. Ooh, Rings up 6%. Earnings, yep. Breakaway. There's a nice gap there on earnings. Wait to see how that handles it. LK. Been pretty choppy here, but respecting that low. That one may be trying to get going again. We really haven't retested that. That may be done. Who knows? Maybe done with that. Roku 2.5. I don't. I think Roku's pretty decent down here. Although with earnings coming up, that's going to be a blessing and a curse, obviously. Square, a breakout of this at this level, I think would be good. Also, has earnings coming out relatively good. Right there by 83. Roku, I actually got in Roku yesterday. Yeah, I got a Roku yesterday. Like here or something, I think. So I got a little bit of a cushion. I'd give this a minute, see if it'll pull back. But I think so again, does have earnings coming up on the 13th. You're going to have to play with that poison, decide what you want to do there. I'm probably going to reduce size, if not cut it completely, depending on how it handles. I think it's tomorrow aftermarket. 213. So 2 days. We'll see how it handles the next 2 days. But yeah, that one's definitely on the table. Facebook. I really think Amazon's a great play. Unfortunately, I would have liked to get on it the day before yesterday, which was Friday. That would have been a pretty good day. Actually, honestly, even this day right there would have been good as we broke over that gap day high. Um, I don't know why I didn't really handle that very well. But that would have been a good day to get in. Amazon does like to pull back if you look at it historically on the weekly. It does like to have some pretty decent sized pullbacks even during its rallies. So maybe wait for one of those kind of washout scary days. As long as the indexes are doing fine and, not kind of in bear market territory, I think that's okay to jump into. I still like Team if I can click on it here. Atlassian barely poking into highs here. I still like Atlassian. It hasn't quite rallied yet. The base isn't super big, but it's pretty big. About a 6-month base, 7-month base. Arguably already broken out. Volume not that great on the breakout. That would be one weakness, but Atlassian has a pretty well-defined, I don't want to say monopoly, but there's not too much that is competing with Atlassian generally. I know their Bitbucket service isn't the bee's knees, but Restoration Hardware triggered an alert for me yesterday that I couldn't get involved with, but this one breaking up yesterday on a beautiful volume. Nice little pocket pivot right there. Average volume going back a ways. So that's a pocket pivot for Restoration Hardware. So you can try to pick at this one. Remember this one, long-term turnaround play here, middle last year, and then extend it up. This is I believe it's first base. So this is a first stage base here for Restoration Hardware. Almost a flat base, not quite, but this would kind of be an early entry point. So if volume remains low and maybe pulls in a little bit, you can try to get it as it comes back up through. So that one triggered an alert for me on my phone yesterday. Beyond Meat, still looking decent out of this flaggish pattern thing. Although, looks like taking it on the chin a little bit this morning. We'll see how this handles it. Not able to extend right here, but if we can hold higher for the next little bit, maybe we can get that extension. Facebook taking it on the chin a little bit this morning. Nice, James. You can do your hair buds? No. No? Why not? Eventually I'll shave it off. Like I said, if you don't do your hair, you don't need your hair.
Yes, I do.
I don't. You think I look ugly?
No. But I would.
Why would you? No, well, I wouldn't shave it bald like Daddy. I'd leave it short, like the size of your head. So Facebook take it on the chin a little bit this morning here. Actually sold out of this option already. Yeah, I usually don't like retreats. We'll see how it goes though. Ring able to stay up, it looks like. We haven't really fallen down so far in this name. AMD, Roku, Amba. How's D-Dog doing? D-Dog looks like it wants to play, and it looks like it's waiting for earnings to play. So, earnings on 213 for D-Dog. And so far, so good. They're not getting a lot of distribution there. They're waiting for some earnings. But a lot of cloud plays doing well. Yeah, a lot of cloud plays doing well. Yeah, you like that, Rob? Yeah, I think it's a good policy. As a guy that has no hair, I pretty much shave my head with my razor. I do shave my head with my razor. My policy around the house is that if you have actual hair on your head, you should comb it. Otherwise, you don't need it. You obviously don't want it that much. Amba not looking too bad right here. Ambarella. Used to be a leader. Not really so much anymore. We don't have really great volumes here. That's definitely a flaw. Look at the big ups it had. From under 10 to over 80 in about 3 years. That's pretty good. Maybe bouncing back here at some stage of the game. Looks like a cup and handle with a buy point there. It's about 64.86. Good this morning. Nvidia pretty much gone at this stage of the game. Really not in a viable situation. We're looking at Netflix for a long-term turnaround play. Where's my trend line? There we are. So this one's still remaining above the trend line. So this one pretty good. Break above this consolidation. Or if you can get it lower in this little consolidation, that may be a buy. We have earnings, which were good and sparked this little rally. So far, so good for Netflix. I wouldn't be mad. This one also a multi-year base. Long-term turnaround play here. It's really funny how you get these long-term turnaround plays, and they make all these bases look really small. Look at that base. You're like, oh, I know, it's pretty big up there. Look at all this nice tight price action. And you go up here, I don't know, look at this big base. Look at all this nice tight price action. That's funny. Yeah. Beautiful. And that took you 1 minute. 1 minute or 2 minutes? Oh, it took you 3 minutes. Not bad, is it? Oh, go get that back of your hair.
It's fuzzy though.
No, right here, Lex. See how it's puffy?
I know.
I'll get it for you. Why don't you bring me your comb? Flat base lover. Well, it's really about tight price action. James. The fuck? Apologize to mommy. She's sleeping. Actually, don't. Just get your brush. But anyway, yeah. So this one, breaking out here. Sprint. I think they bought someone or got bought. I don't remember which way. Yeah, it looks like they probably got bought. Your mommy's sleeping.
Huh?
Your mommy's sleeping. You want to hand me your brush? Yeah, we gotta put some water on this back here. Looks like a rip curl wave from behind. Yeah. Didn't get any water on it, so it's not shaping very well. I might have to trim it here. All right.
I'm there.
In Sprint. Well, if this is if they bought Sprint, it's not going to go anywhere. Dish will not emerge as a viable competitor after deal. Judge rules for T-Mobile reshaping wireless sector. What is that? So T-Mobile's takeover of Sprint will usher a new balance of power in the U.S. wireless market. Pretty good, James. He did not do it.
Daddy?
Yeah, all right. Guys, I'm going to get out of here. I got to go. Kids are going to be going to school. Let's see what's working. Restoration Hardware. It's like bouncing there pretty good. Square a little bit. Roku's up 5%. All right, very nice right there. They're trying to jump on it before earnings. So that's good. T-Dog, LK, Ring AMD. Look at AMD right back. How much data are you pumping in here? Guys, get ready to go.
No fair.
Can you give it to James to play for a little bit? Like 2 minutes, James. I'll give you 2 minutes, okay? AMD bouncing back pretty nice. That's a nice move right there. Definitely a 5-day pocket pivot. Not not more than that. But that is a nice day. We didn't go lower than that on earnings. You see right there, we gapped down but just stopped. And with a beautiful reversal there for AMD, so looks pretty. Looks like it's going to keep going. Hard to jump into that, but Beyond Meat looks like joining us at the top here somehow, somewhere. What the hell? Okay, so coming back after that little sell-off earlier. Maybe that'll continue with some good price action. Roku, Square. Tesla actually kind of finding a decent little area that it likes to chill at. About the 760 level, 750 level. That one's not too bad. Volume declining relatively rapidly as well. So that's good. I'm not sure how far we're going to go down in this one, but we could go back and test that 1K, which would be about a 33% increase at some stage. I don't know if and when that's going to happen. It was a pretty interesting. That topping day was pretty interesting, and since then it's been, I don't want to say languishing, but so there's 960 something dropping down. And you can see since then, pretty much been stuck in this range. So maybe break out of this range and we'll continue moving up. But still above the 10-day moving average, which is very interesting for a stock that just had a nice little parabolic run. Yeah, that could be interesting. We'll have to see how it handles the 10-day. It's going to meet it up probably tomorrow. So, yeah, so far so good for most of these. Roku being the primary benefactor today, at least. Beyond Meat, what's Fortinet doing? Fortinet is not selling off. That is a pretty good quality to have. No real base forming up here, though. Hard to jump in this one. Roku, I think it's got more to go. I mean, again, you got earnings in a couple days. You always got to keep that in mind, guys. I can't stress that enough. Earnings can wipe out a position by a long shot. Yeah, it is up a lot in a couple of days. Really, I think the key for Roku here is getting above here. So we're up about 3.6% above this prior high. That at least gets us a prior high. Now, I bought yesterday because of just the tremendous volume stepping in yesterday. Look at this. Look at the volume yesterday. Today too is really good, but look at the volume it usually gets in the morning. That one's pretty good on the way down, and then look at that, just huge buying volume on the way up. So that's why I got in yesterday early. I don't know if I'd buy it up here. It's a tough one. It's a tough one because earnings are coming up, and the more it goes up, it could come back down here. I mean, you got 11, 12% down and still be healthy. So it's hard to say to buy it up here. It's really difficult. You have to judge that for yourself. I would do a smaller position size if you do. I mean, Roku's in a situation where, I mean, it could gap up. I'm basically playing it for a run into this trend line is really what I'm doing. But I got a bailer. I'm basically playing it for this. So yeah, like I said, this thing. So it'd have to come down a good 8% to basically. I would probably lose 20% on this trade if it went down to my original entry point. So yeah, I don't know if I'd jump in here, Rob. I would just hold on to it, or hold on and do nothing probably. Like I said, depending on how it behaves today and tomorrow, I'll decide how much I'm going to cut before earnings or cut the whole thing. If I'm feeling really froggy, I may hold, but I hope I don't. My plan is to cut at least half. But every time I do that, it rallies. So yeah, it's a decent position size. Yeah, decent enough. So all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Square's holding its own here too. Hope it keeps doing that. All right, guys, I'll maybe see you tomorrow. My wife's sick. She's been sick. She's probably gonna be sick. So I'll do my best to be here. I was really coming here to look for that Amazon trade. That's already. It's getting away from me. But after looking at it again this morning, I think I don't know. I think I may hold off. I don't know. It's a little extended up here, especially for an options buy. Yeah, like I said, I'll try to be here tomorrow. No promises though. I'll post it on Twitter. All right, guys. Later.